Hi everyone, my name is Scott Simitian and I'm talking about the case called Davis versus Watson Brothers Plumbing Incorporated. And the page that this appears on in our textbook is page 480. And in this case, a man named Arnett Lee, he goes to a liquor store to cash a check that he got from Watson Brothers Plumbing. And he was going to cash it, and whenever he got the cash from the clerk, whose name is Davis, so Davis is the plaintiff in this situation, a thief came to the store and robbed Lee of the cash that he had just gotten. And so Lee called Watson Brothers Plumbing and said, "Hey, I lost this money. I got it stolen from me from a thief." And so Watson Brothers responded by canceling the original check, and then they issued another check so that Lee could get his proper payment in the full amount. And so, but that meant that by canceling the original check, that Davis, who had received the check from Lee, that means he was going to be out of the money that he had rightfully acquired. And so the law states that whenever an instrument is passed on to somebody else by endorsement, if it's dishonored, then the drawer, which in case is Watson Brothers Plumbing, would have to be fully liable for the full amount of the instrument. So whenever Watson Brothers Plumbing decided to cancel the original check, that meant that it was dishonored, and therefore it became liable to Davis, the clerk, for the full amount of that instrument, the check. And so the only defense that Watson Brothers Plumbing could employ was if they could have any sort of defense against the enforcement of the contract from Lee to Davis, saying that it was somehow invalid. And they, in the courts, Watson Brothers Plumbing, they attempted to disband that, but in the end, the court ruled that Davis had rightfully acquired that the check from Davis or from Lee, and Lee had endorsed that properly to Davis, and so Watson Brothers had no way of defending the validity of the check being in the holder's hands, who is Davis, and so Davis was entitled to the full amount of the check, and they had issued another check to Lee, so both of them got the money that they deserved. I agree. With the court's ruling here. I believe that there was nothing out of the ordinary or fishy about the way that Lee had transferred the check to Davis, and so I think that Davis had full right to receiving the full amount of that instrument from Watson Brothers, and so whenever Watson Brothers decided to cancel that check, then I think Davis was definitely owed what he deserved there.